This is a 2022 model Royal Enfield Classic 350 in the Halcyon Grey. The bike almost looks like a blue, but that's the colour, they call it, Halcyon Grey. I did a special order on this bike way back in November, like 4 months back, and it arrived at Western Motorcycles in Penrith on Wednesday. They got it prepped for me, put together, registered. Then I got a guy to come in and road freight, which I'll give you his address. I'll just put a clip up on included on this video when he was dropping the bike off this afternoon. How you going? Yeah, so the transporter I got to do this job is from Aussie Bike Life. So he travels all the way around the country, New South Wales, Victoria, ACT. Very efficient with his work, so you won't complain about that. Just book her in, does a good deal. And there's the bike sitting in there now. He's a great guy to deal with, and he did a really good service on that and brought the bike up for me straight away, so I was really happy with that. Now what I can tell you, I've been out on this bike today 3 times, and I'm going to do a detailed review, so if this is your first trip to the channel and you want to subscribe and see what I've got to say about it, by all means come back and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and it should be very well worth your trouble riding. But my history, in case you're here for the first time, is over the last 10 years I've had 15 Enfields, I think 13 C5s brand new and 2 350 Classics. And what I can tell you now on my first ride experience on this bike today, I think by far this is the best Enfield ever made by the company in the Classic single cylinder range. This is really a beautiful bike to ride, it's beautifully finished, and it's a pleasure to get on. So I'm going to do a detailed review on this one, and I think if you want to, you can come back and see what it's like. But I'm staking my reputation on how many I've had, what I think of it, and I'm definitely not wrong with this idea. This is a really good bike. So it's virtually like you're going in to buy chicken. Come in and take me money. That's how good it is. We'll have it again. Come in and take my money. So as far as that goes, I'm going to put that together. I've also bought this bike especially to do a road series. And what I mean by a road series, I was going to put out a clip from where I live, where I'm going to run this bike out around about a 200 kilometre radius, and several YouTube clips. And on the way out there, I'm going to go to a local hotspot or a tourist place and just show you what that's like. But during the trip, we're going to go on the main road, we're going to go back roads, we're also going on dirt roads. Apart from that, the bike will be running with a Skydio 2 drone, which is by far the best follow me drone you can buy in the world today, which is capable of following you in any position in the sky, providing you've got the beacon. Well, I've got the lot, and it'll be used a lot, so we're going to run the beacon with it, and it'll be able to track this bike at 60 kilometres an hour, because I've already had it out on other bikes and tracked them at 60, so I know it will track at 60 and does a really good job. So it's unreal the footage I can get with that drone. Now apart from that, we'll be pulling up somewhere along that way on the same trip, and I'm going to pull into what we call in Australia a roadside rest area. When we get to these roadside rest areas, I'm going to bring out all this barbecue equipment that I've bought, like roadside cooking. We're going to make a cappuccino, a tea, coffee, anything like that, cook a good meal, anything is sort of interesting on the way, and I'm going to use all sorts of methods to do the cooking. And I'll put a clip up now and just show you what sort of stuff I've bought, which will cover everything. Okay guys, I thought I'd do this bit on the roadside cook back home, so it'd be a bit easier rather than cut all this stuff out and put it on the ground and then probably get up and then lose a bit of it. This isn't all the stuff we'll be using, but it's a fair bit of it, and I'm only waiting on a few items now and that'll be complete. So over here, we'll be looking at this wood stove here. Like I'll be setting it up in the paddock to fire away. We've got another wood stove there too, so that works pretty good. The other side, we've got a gas stove there. I've already given it a bit of a run out, it works well. These little methane stoves, that one there works really, really well. So I've already cooked a couple of good meals on that one. This 3-burner gas one, again, a really good firer. Now, I've used this one a few times in the paddock. See this tin can, or I'll call it a tomato soup can stove, that really works well. So I can cook quite a bit on that one. So I've got my camping gear here like this, you know, as far as all the pots all I want. We got ourselves over here a kettle, various fat wood. We got a fire extinguisher in the can in case I set the light to the paddock. We've got a grill there. We've got a really good saucepan there with, or fry pan with your plates and that. So everything in that one. Got the char cloth there. Got really good quality waterproof matches that'll light under any conditions. We've got even this one here which is capable of getting a spark using the char cloth from the sun. I've got the table there. Once again, we'll be using strikers to get our fire there. Maybe using the matches every now and again, but in most cases using the rod, the old-fashioned way to get it going. Got a shovel there in case I want to dig a hole in the ground and then work on a fire from below, underground level. So overall, we've got a fair bit of an assortment here to go ahead and give things a workout. And I think it should keep us really well occupied. So whether I pull up along the road and make a cappuccino, or whether I go for the, light meal while I'm out there, I think it should be entertaining in that line. I think it should keep us interested. So as you can see, there's a fair bit here. So we'll swing back to where I'm out there on the bike, because like I said, it's just too much trouble to set this up out there. And we'll go from there. And I think this part of the experiment out there and riding along, pull up and have a coffee and something to eat should be really interesting. So we'll swing back to me out on the bike. And that should keep you sort of interested in that one. So it's not going to be a boring clip of a guy out there riding a Royal Enfield around the road and that's all there is to it. You're going to have the Enfield, you're going to have the current model Enfield, and I think you're going to have what I class as the best Enfield made to date. You'll have that. You've got the Skydio 2 drone, which is the best drone you can buy to date. There's just nothing, none of the DJIs will match the Skydio 2 for tracking. It'll out-track them, no trouble whatsoever, because it's got 6 cameras on board, apart from the 4K one it shoots with. So it's unreal, that drone, how well it shoots. And apart from that, we're going to get there, cook a meal on the way, and I'm still going to take you to a local destination where maybe they've shot a movie around here and you can see that side, or you can see some of the local art here in Australia, or a few of the wildlife and all those sorts of things. I'm going to go on this, and that's why I went to the trouble to go out of my way and get this classic looking bike to do the job, because you won't get nothing better than this colour wise to do it. It just looks like it's 50 years old. I'm wrapped in the bike. It just goes so well. And, it's just a pleasure to ride. Like, I've got to say it again, this is a really good Enfield, and I think the best Enfield I've been on to date. And like I said, I've parked my tail on a lot of these Enfields, but not as good as this one. I'm going to do, like I said, a big detailed review. So I think I'll end it now. So if you're interested in knowing more about this bike, how it performs, I might kick it over and you can have a listen to it. It's got the best note I've ever picked up on a stock C4 or a stock Classic. It's got a real good thump to it, and when you're going along you can hear it quite well. Really nice seats here. Like, there's that much to tell you about how good this bike is. They just make you green with envy. It's just that good. So once again, thanks for tuning in, taking a look. Look at the weather's bad all around here. It's just really crappy weather. But look at the profile of this bike. Gee, that's a good looking bike. I'm certainly glad I pre-ordered this one, and like I said, I ordered it 4 months ago. Another good thing about this bike, this was the first one ordered in Australia. Like, when I rang up Royal Enfield, or when I emailed Royal Enfield, they rang me back, and at that stage no one had ordered a bike, so it's the first one ordered into Halcyon Grey, and it was also the first 350 Classic ordered in Australia. So it's a little bit of a double first for this bike, so I'm pretty well stoked on that side too. So once again, look at that for a profile, doesn't it look good? Tell you what, I get the opportunity to ride lots of bikes. I think over the past 10 years I bought 50 new bikes now, but nothing excites me as much as getting on an Enfield, because the Enfields, they're just time warp machines. And believe me, this is the best warp machine I've been on out of the whole lot. This is a really good bike. So I'm really stoked by this, and like I said, I've been out roughly, I think, yeah, this is my 3rd trip out on it today, and I'll be out there giving it a workout tomorrow. So it's thing. And how do you pick the new version of the 350? Look here, spark plug on the right side. I'd be glad to have you on board, and I might be able to steer you in the direction of buying one of these. So once again, take care, catch up with you later.